Hi Taurus, welcome to your week ahead tarot with me, Raphael from Reydiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. If you would like to book a personal tarot reading with me, you can do so on the website address below. If you would like to become a member of the Reydiant Reality community, you can hit the join button and do that. There's loads of tons of perks, offers and all the rest of it. It will be a great thing for you to do, and I would love to have you in that space. And also, if you would like to be a part of Tribal Tuesday, the deadline is fast approaching. You've got just under a month left to get your application in to see if you are going forward on that journey. So with that said, I would like to bless all of my decks of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance, and I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise, and they help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So let's have a look, see what the week ahead has in store for you. What is your destiny card for the week ahead? And this week you get, you got the moon card, right? So this week something's coming full cycle, Taurus. So if you've been working on something, if you're ready to launch something, or even if you're ready just to move forward in your life with something, this is the week where you will see something happen from that, right? So interestingly enough, we have a full moon this week, which is taking place on the 16th, I believe. And the moon card is the destiny card. The moon is cyclic, right? It represents our past. But the feeling that I get from this is something is coming full cycle, something that you may have been working on behind the scenes, something that you are offering to people, something. And like I said, for some of you, it could be just as simple as a move. For others of you, it could be something really simple as something that you promised yourself you would have done by a certain time. Whatever it is for you personally, and you know, I can't do everybody because I'd be here for days. Can you imagine? One day I might actually do that. A marathon tarot reading, maybe do like a 12-hour, you know, something or other. Anyway, yeah, it looks like something is coming full cycle here. So it's like something that's not from your past. It's something that is already current. It's been in your vicinity or your, you know, in your lifescape. But this is where it comes full cycle. This is where you start to see something happen or shape up in relation to this. So let's give it some context. What might we be talking about, or what does it relate to? And this week you got the Nine of Swords, right? So something that you may have been worried about, something that you may have been trying to finish or complete. This will be the week where you get it done. It's almost like you might have been asking yourself, have I done enough? It's interesting because I talked about that in the weekly general overview. If you haven't seen it, check it out. What I find really intriguing here is the moon card is number 18. 1 and 8 gives you 9. Then you've got the 9 of Swords. So you have a double hit here of 9 energy, which is about completions. It's about endings. The number 9 is the wrap up of the cycle where you clear the decks in preparation for something brand new. Now, as I see these two cards together, my advice to you is don't worry. Don't stress yourself out. You've totally done enough. You are at the end of it. This thing coming complete, coming full cycle is exactly the way that it's supposed to shape up, and it's going to work for you. It's going to be really, really great. What I like about it as well, because the Nine of Swords, sometimes it sees us being a bit of an exaggerator, a bit of a moaning myrtle. Do you know what I mean? Like, oh, it's so awful, it's so terrible, and like actually it's not that bad. The image that I have in my mind at the moment is, weirdly enough, is a paper cut. And I know, don't worry, I've had one. Like anyone that knows, they're like the smallest things, but they make either the most mess of blood or they sting like a bleep, right? But when you look at it, it's like the smallest thing. Give it 2-3 days and it's healed. This is kind of that. If you're questioning yourself or you're doubting yourself because something hasn't happened exactly as you envisioned it, don't panic. It may just be that there's a delay, and there could be a million reasons for that. The Nine of Swords sometimes sees us making a mountain out of a molehill. All right, so don't get all into your head about anything this week, because it will be a waste of energy. So let's have a look at behind the scenes. What is your, oh, look at that. All right, so you've got the Queen of Pentacles. She would be a Taurus, a Virgo, or a Capricorn. Since I'm reading for Taurus, I will say that this is an aspect of you. Whether you're male or female is irrelevant. You know, I'm going to say that this represents an archetype of you. And as an insight card, this is basically saying what is slow to start will have a full cycle of growth, right? And what I really like about this for you is it's kind of like, because you haven't seen the instant success that you might have been looking for, it's almost like you're starting to maybe worry or say like, oh, you know what, I'm not sure this was a good idea. Take your time with it, right? It's going to be fine. And like I said, don't make a mountain out of a molehill. Just because something hasn't happened exactly as you envisioned doesn't mean that it's not shaping up to be all that, and sometimes even more. All right, so keep that in mind. Yeah, it looks like it's going to be an interesting week. Something's coming full cycle and you are completing some form of a mission, which is brilliant. Let me know in the comments how it shapes up for you. I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Have a fantastic week. Take care, and I'll see you soon.